Did you know it costs you less than a penny a week to listen to Radio 4? And since Radio 4 transmits around 350 programmes a week, each show costs you approximately 0.002571 new pence. And here on Cliche, we guarantee you'll get your money's worth.
Cliche! Welcome to Cliche, starring Carol Heyman, Nick Maloney, Simon Malloy and Brian Southwood.
The dark, forbidding ocean depths conceal many mysteries, but surely the greatest of these is the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. In an area of the western Atlantic between Bermuda and Florida lies a stretch of water which has been the source of many strange and inexplicable occurrences. In popular folklore, this area has become known as the Bermuda or Devil's Triangle. For in the last 35 years, it has been responsible for making enormous amounts of money for 40 authors, 10 screenwriters, 12 journalists, and more than 15 freelance TV documentary producers. Why is it that so many people are making so much dough from this small stretch of ocean? First, let us examine the facts.
Fact. 1955, fledgling author Charles Bernstein releases a book, The Secret of the Bermuda Triangle. Although the book merely sensationalizes a series of totally unrelated events, within 18 months Bernstein becomes a millionaire.
Fact. 1962, The Triangle of Satan. Author Dick Linkletter. #1 international bestseller.
Fact. 1967, I Lost It in the Bermuda Triangle. Author Patty Collins. Film rights sold for over $1 million.
Fact. 1974, The Bermuda Square, A New Perspective. Edited by the Flat Earth Society. Paperback sensation of the year.
And so it goes on. Money, money, and still more money. What is the explanation for this mystery? We spoke to one man who's bought many of the Triangle books.
It's perfectly simple. For me, it's a spiritual malaise. I can't believe in God. All theology seems too arbitrary, too incredible. So I choose to believe in small, green, bug-eyed monsters from an alternative dimension. I mean, you gotta stay sane, right?
Is the explanation that simple? Or is there more to this enigma we call the Bermuda Triangle? Probably we will never know.
And next week, in Unending Enigma, Nick Maloney looks at the shooting of the film The Curse of Tutankhamun and tries to discover why so many mishaps beset the crew. Why did the leading man trip over a camera cable and stub his toe? Why did the 91-year-old director mysteriously suffer from a heart attack while making love to 3 nubile Egyptian girls? Why, when the second unit cameraman removed his socks one night, did one of them smell and the other did not? Was it the ancient curse at work? Nick Maloney will be asking that question next week, and again coming up with the answer, probably we will never know.
Hi, Jim. Here are the plans for the new Bernstein Frobisher scheme.
Oh, thanks. Just dropped them on my desk.
What's wrong, Jim? You seem down.
Heck. I've discovered I'm suffering from sudden hair loss. As a top sales executive with a dynamic young company, I can't afford to let my image slip.
Shall I let you into my secret, Jim?
What secret, Wiggy?
I once suffered from sudden hair loss, too. Then I discovered Tip-Top toupees.
Don't tell me you're wearing a toupee, Wiggy.
Not any ordinary toupee, Jim. This is a Tip-Top.
Tip-Top? Yes, I've heard of them. They use a new revolutionary scientific technique where artificial fibers are interwoven with your natural hair.
That's right.
To produce a toupee that looks and feels like you've got a small furry animal on top of your head.
Absolutely right, Jim, and the beauty part is they're completely undetectable.
But you see, Wiggy, I play a lot of squash.
Yeah?
What happens if my tip-top toupee slips off during a game?
No problem, Jim, because your tip-top comes complete with unobtrusive flesh-coloured chin straps.
Chin straps, Wiggy? Well, what's that?
Well, attached to either side of the toupee, Jim, are two straps that loop under your chin, cross over around your arms and shoulders, down your chest, and fasten unobtrusively around your waist to keep your toupee firmly in place.
But what happens to the tip-top when you shower, Wiggy?
Well, Jim, it gets wet, shrinks to the size of a small beer mat, but that's okay, because tip-top toupees come in handy packs of 10. You simply release the chin straps, loosen the shoulder buckles, unlace the waist harness, and slip on another one.
Sounds too good to be true, Wiggy.
I know.
But what happens in a high wind? Doesn't the tip-top lift up at the front?
Negative, Jim. The whole toupee lifts up and remains suspended about 2 inches above your head, but those handy shoulder straps prevent it from flying away.
Gee, Wiggy, it sounds swell.
It is.
But how long will it take me to get my tip-top toupee?
No time at all, Jim. Just send a sample of your own hair and the tip-top people will match it with one of their 3 super colours, black, blonde or green, and you will receive your handy pack of 10 toupees plus the straps and harnesses by return post.
Hell, I'm gonna do that, Wiggy.
Right.
I'd rather look ridiculous than being an old baldy coot.
Absolutely tip-top toupees, Jim, for the man who's past caring.
If you're bald as a coot and you don't give a hoot, wear tip-top toupees, tip-top toupees, tip-top toupees.
Coming up soon, Rod Stewart, What Really Went On, the ultimate expose by the one who was there all the time. He was there at the beginning, he saw the women come and go, and he's still there now. At last, the real truth in a Cliche exclusive. Rod, Britt, Alana and Me by Rod Stewart's dog. Has Rod found happiness? Has Rod settled down? Why did he really leave Britt? Rod Stewart's dog tells it all. The time he got a beating for what he did under Rod's bed. The singing style Rod stole from him. The hairstyle Rod stole from him. Rod Stewart's dog tells it all, only in Cliche. That's coming up soon.
Yes, that's fine, sir. Can you make the check out to Swagger Menswear?
$15.99.
See you again. Yes, sir. Can I help you?
No, thanks, I'm just looking, thanks.
Have you anything particular in mind?
Not really, no, thanks, I'm just looking, thanks.
Shirt, jacket, trousers, suit?
No, thanks, I'm just sort of looking, thanks.
We've got some really neat jackets in. They're really popular.
Yeah, I wasn't really looking for a jacket, thanks.
You're standing by the jackets?
Pardon?
You're standing by the jackets?
Oh, yeah, I'm just looking at them.
I see. So you're just sort of standing around looking at things you don't want to buy?
Well, I've no idea of what I want, really.
Well, that's not quite true, is it?
Sorry?
I mean, you know you don't want a jacket. And you don't want a Christmas tree, do you?
Well,
or
no.
a large green frog, or 2.5 pounds of raspberry ripple ice cream.
Oh, no, I don't want any of those. I want
so
clothes.
You do know what you want. You want clothes, sir.
Yes, I want...
Women's clothes?
No, men's clothes.
Good. So we've established you want men's clothes. Right. How about shoes?
What?
How about shoes?
No,
Socks?
No, I
Underpants?
Not really.
Trousers, jeans?
No.
Right. Must be a shirt then. That's the only thing left. What colour?
Pardon?
You want a shirt. What colour do you want?
Well, I'm not really sure, really.
Well, what's your favourite colour?
But it's not blue.
Right, so you want a blue shirt. Why didn't you say? What's the point of looking at jackets when you want a blue shirt?
I'm sorry.
Plain or check?
Well, I'm not really
well,
sure.
Well, there's only two to choose from, plain or check.
Well, I plain. No, checked.
Right, check blue shirt. Size?
Sorry?
What size do you want? Come on.
Well, 15.
Don't be so stupid. You're 16 easily. You don't even know your own size.
Am I?
So, blue check shirt, size 16. There you go. $12.95.
How much?
$12.95.
It's a bit on the expensive side.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realise you were so cheap and nasty, sir. You'll want to see our special mean range, especially for the stingy man. Here's one,
well,
sir.
no, it's just that
there
I want
you
to...
are. How about this? $5.99. Fall apart in 2 days. Of course, still it'll suit your pocket.
No, thanks. Look, I'll just leave it, thanks.
What?
Well, I think I'll leave it, thanks.
Oh, no, you won't. I haven't wasted my time showing you shirts so you can leave it.
Well, look, I'll tell you what, miss. I'll have a look around, and if I don't see anything I like...
Don't try that come back later bit with me. It's just an excuse to get out of the shop.
Well, thanks anyway.
All right, then. Go on, Go on, get out.
Sorry
Don't
about
come
that.
back.
I've taken
I
up your
hate you.
time.
I hate you. Get out.
Okay, right.
Go on if you're going. Get out. Go on, get out.
Do you realise that every glass of whiskey you drink destroys the...
We're doing grandma. We grandma. We're really doing grandma good. We're doing grandma. We grandma. The English grammar really good. We don't use no double negatives. We never don't do that.
We're doing grammar good.
We try to never split infinitives, to never not do that.
We're doing grammar good.
We're into grammar.
We grandma.
We're into grammar really good. We into grammar.
We grandma.
The English grammar really good. We always speak with clarity. We don't glum the grub.
We into grammar good.
I have the E, except at the C. I-E.
We're doing grammar good.
We're into grammar.
We grandma.
We're into grammar really good. We into grammar.
We grandma.
The English grammar really good. We always speak with clarity. We don't glum the grub.
We into grammar good.
I have the E, except at the C. I-E. We into grammar good.
We into grammar
We into grammar.
Fancy another one, Col?
Oh, I've had 4 already and I'm driving.
Go on.
Oh, go on then. Same again.
What time you seeing James?
Half an hour.
Make it a double then.
Cheers.
2 more brandies, please, mate.
I'd rather leave while I'm in love, while I still believe.
Jane, love, Colin's here. Thanks, Mum. I'll be down in a minute.
I'll keep my dreams and just pretend that you and
Hi.
Hi.
were never.
Where'd you fancy going?
meant to
The
end.
red line?
Great.
Too many times I've seen the rose die on the vine. When somebody's heart gets broken, usually it's mine.
Fancy another before we go?
Oh, get me an orange juice.
Sure. I'm having a brandy.
What, another one?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Goodbye. So if you wake and find me gone, hey babe, just carry on. You see, I need my fantasy. I still believe.
Colin.
It's no use.
Best to leave while
Never mind.
I love.
I'm sorry. I just had too much, that's all.
Think before you drink, before you try to make love. You know it makes sense.
And now on Cliche, Eskimo Cookery Class, edition number 15,479. This week, fish.
Hello there. And on Eskimo Cookery this week, we'll be looking at fish. Again. And trying to find yet another way of preparing fish. So, tonight, let's look at fish dishes for children's parties. Fish lollipops and fish crisps. First, fish lollipops. For this, you need our old friend the fish and a lollipop stick. Simply insert the stick into the fish, like so, and serve cold. For fish crisps, make the crisps in the ordinary way and serve them in a bowl garnished with a large fish. Now, I've had a lot of letters from Eskimo housewives asking what to do when their husbands come home from work and say, oh no, not fish again. So next week we'll be looking at ways of disguising fish to make it look like beef or pork. For this, please have ready one large basting tray, a fish moustache, a pair of fish start glasses, a set of cowbells with a small loop for the fish's neck, a name tag with "My name is Daisy" written on it, and a falsified cattle pedigree document. So, that's roast fish and Yorkshire pudding next week on Eskimo Cookery.
I'm standing in the Prince of Wales Theatre, Drury Lane, after the opening night of Arthur Miller's play, All My Sons. As you can see, the seats are slashed, the ground is littered with empty beer cans and broken bottles. The sad tally of the night's carnage, over 100 arrests and more than 50 people injured, including 2 policemen. Disturbing evidence of a growing trend in the theatre today. Theatre hooligans.
It's a sense of belonging. You're with friends. You drink together, you watch the play together, you fight together.
Nigel is a 47-year-old stockbroker from Kensington. He travels all over the country to watch the work of his favourite playwright, Arthur Miller. He's a self-avowed bother boy and theatre fanatic.
Obviously, you don't go to a play looking for aggro, but if it starts, it's certainly advantageous to be tooled up.
Tooled up?
Well, lead pipes, rubber tubing, bicycle chains, that sort of thing.
And how does the trouble usually start?
Well, after the opening of Death of a Salesman, for example, we came out of the theatre and swarming down Drury Lane were about 200 or 300 Stoppard fans who'd just come out of the new production of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. There was some altercation, a few taunts, then they started throwing things.
Like what?
Opera glasses, seat cushions, car keys, briefcases, bricks. And so we waded in. I mean, if somebody's going to dismiss Arthur Miller as a presumptuous, unimaginative classicist, he's going to get his head kicked in. It's a question of pride.
Hooliganism is a problem which is spreading throughout the arts. We've already witnessed the bloodbath at the opening night of the Proms, the full-scale riot that erupted at the Whitworth Art Festival, and now violence in the theatre. Is there any solution? Will the law ever catch up with the theatre hooligans?
Hi. I thought I'd do you a favour and come over and talk to you.
Did you?
Do you live near?
A couple of miles.
Yeah? How are you getting back? I've got wheels.
Yeah. Why didn't you bring the rest of the car?
What?
I've got a lift, thanks.
Oh. So, what sort of sounds are you into?
Sounds?
You know, music. La musique.
Oh, most things.
Huh? Like what? Give me an E.G.
Oh, I don't know, the Police, the Beatles.
Beatles?
Yeah, why? What am I supposed to like?
Haven't you heard any N4s? Fatty and the Dids? Mr. Carver?
No. I've never heard any of them.
So, what else do you like? I mean, besides the Beatles.
Telephone.
Who?
Telephone. Haven't you heard of them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Well, that's some nice stuff.
White lampshade. Green wallpaper.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I caught their first album.
Trapped at a Party by a Bore.
That was the title?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, some really excellent stuff.
You've heard it then, have you?
Sure, yeah. I catch most of the new stuff.
What about, Green Finger in the Air on the Tabletop?
Who?
Green Finger in the Air on the Tabletop.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
What about,
How do you spell that?
THRRP.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you really know your bands, don't you?
Well, try to keep up. And I have had a couple of letters printed in the NME.
B.O.
Yeah, they're good.
No, you've got B.O.
They're me?
No, you've got B.O., the band. Haven't you heard of them?
Oh, sorry. Right, yeah, sure, yeah. Oh, of course I have, yeah.
You know something? You're a short-sighted, pretentious little Sude.
The band?
No.
What? You mean me?
The album track from White Wallpaper's Cheese Sandwich album.
Are you taking the mickey?
Yeah, they're good. They're really good.
No. Are you taking the mickey out of me?
Yes.
You are?
Yes, the band, you know, yes. Steve Howe, Chris Squire, and the Buggles.
Oh, yes, sorry, right. So, hey, listen. How do you like to go to bed with me?
Get Lost, Creep.
Hey, I mean the band.
Yeah, and I made the first album, Get Lost, Creep.
Now on Cliche, the winner of the Woody Allen Desolation Award for the most depressing light entertainment programme.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Franz Kafka Laughter Hour. So meet your star and host, old Misery Guts himself, Franz Kafka.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm so depressed. Last night I was talking with F and told her of my plans to marry W if T didn't disapprove. She threw a fit and refused to read Zed's new novel about R. My whole life is like alphabet soup. But now, seriously, folks, let's meet my first guest star, that little old wine drinker, Dean Martin.
Hi, Franz.
Hello, Dean.
Well, Franz, what are we going to do?
Well, Dean, you know, when I was on your show, we both sang The Little Old Wine Drinker Me.
Uh-huh.
Well, I thought that now you're on my show, we could both commit suicide.
Sounds great to me, Franz. Take it from the top.
That is the last in the present series of the Franz Kafka Laughter Hour. Starting next week, The Objectivity of Moral Judgment, a series of lectures hosted by Max Bygraves.
That was Cliche, written by Rob Grant and Doug Naylor, with musical accompaniment by Pete Lingwood and starring Carol Heyman.
For fish crisps, make the crisps in the ordinary way and serve them in a bowl garnished with a large fish.
Nick Maloney.
Do you realise that every glass of whiskey you drink destroys the...
Simon Malloy.
We've already witnessed the bloodbath at the opening night of the proms, the full-scale riot that erupted at the Whitworth Art Festival, and now violence in the theatre.
And Brian Southwood. They use a new revolutionary scientific technique where artificial fibres are interwoven with your natural hair to produce a toupee that looks and feels like you've got a small furry animal on top of your head. Cliche! Cliche was produced in Manchester by Ron MacDonald.
Good night, Mr. MacDonald.
Well, that's all from Cliche for another week. Some of you may be interested to know a Cliche record is available from most record stores, price £4.99. A book of the series is also available, price £3.50. Also, the Cliche packet of instant fudge cake mix is on sale at most supermarkets, price 67p. Also, from next Tuesday, the Cliche Northern Square-Lipped Rhinoceros with highlights from the series printed on its buttocks is on sale in southwest Sudan for £1,500. And finally, for all you Cliche fans, a special limited edition of the Cliche Douang, the large bar wrench for tightening nuts, available from most auto stores, price £6.50. And for official members of the Cliche Fan Club, this week's secret message from Captain Cliche is Wonga Bim, Snarp, Brunk, Meow, Bark, Thursday.
He's coming. He knows where you are. He won't kill you. He'll just make you wish you were dead. A terrifying new movie to shock you and appall you in a way you never thought possible. He is coming. He is deranged. He is a gay gorilla, half crazed with lust, and no man is safe. The rapist. He's coming after you, mister. A terrifying new movie.
Look, for heaven's sake, I've just been assaulted by an 8-foot gorilla.
Sorry, sir, these are routine questions I have to know. Did you struggle?
Did I struggle? He's an 8-foot gorilla!
Did you encourage him in any way?
Of course I didn't encourage him.
Did you hit him? Did you scream?
He's an 8-foot gorilla!
Was he armed?
No. He just had hands you could park a car on. He was bigger and stronger than me. What was I supposed to do?
Would you describe yourself as a promiscuous sort of person, sir?
No. What's that got to do with it, for crying out loud?
He's waiting. He's watching. He's coming after you, mister. The Rapist. A film made by women for men. See how you like it.
La la